All right, so it's Bronco time with Hematon. Let's check this thing out. Putting on inner fenders, basic inner fender to the kick panel, also inner fender, and then putting on the A panels. Sorry, putting on the A pillar. So, yeah, it looks great and all, but that's not right. This needs to go in. Now there's a recess on this panel, which you can see right here, but it's really shallow. Here's the other side, and you say, see, there's supposed to be a gap there. However, you can see how close this line is to the dash. See, we got this huge gap. So even though that gap is actually measures the same as the other gap, we need to go almost a half inch, about 3/8 of an inch over. So how do we do that? And why is that wrong? Well, let's see if we can get to the bottom of it. Hopefully we can see this. This guy is supposed to line up inside this, like that, which it is. However, this is the original. Essentially, it would be like that. All right, so there's the back side of that. And here is the back side of the original OEM A-pillar and kick assembly. And you can see big difference. So what we've got is 1/2 inch deep. Yeah, so that's maybe a 1/4. So I figure I'm just going to cut this. The other weird thing is that essentially that's like that. And I think this is supposed to go down even further. So what I'll do is I'll slit that all the way down to about here probably. Because right, that goes into there. And you can see that that doesn't go down far enough. So we have this crazy gap because it's just made wrong. Period. So right now, this bolt from the dash into this panel and these weld nuts are the only thing I have to truly align this. But there's still a fair amount of play. So the problem I'm having is I don't know exactly where it goes. Like, how does it fit? Because if I put this in wrong, then this is not going to work anymore. So how do I figure out where it's supposed to go? This was supposed to tell me where the A-pillar went, and now I'm going to cut it. How do I figure out where it goes? All right, the B-pillar is trashed. All right? So there's really nothing I can do to take measurements on here. This right here is about the only spot, which went from there over to the A-pillar. Now, this is what we have for dimensions. And the most important thing is this B to C, H to H, I to I, is that it's 39 inches. 39 inches and 39 inches. So at least I know it's square. So even though when I measured it, I got 39 3/8, I got 39 3/8 on the other side as well. So at least I know it's square. But I don't really know if this is plumb. Like I mean, it looks like this is plumb, but I don't know that that's plumb. And that's plumb if what, the floor is level? I don't really know. But I think I solved it today. So what I did is, I actually did this beforehand. I leveled up the entire body all the way. So, and put it on stands. And then I went ahead and took a plumb line on the edge of his trim, put it all the way down on both sides. So, marked that line all the way down, and then went from this edge, because that's a defined body line, and then 16 inches down from that body line, and I measured over. Wrote down my measurements. 44 11/16, 44 5/8. From this, which is an arbitrary spot, but within reason, from one side to the other, this line can be established. And then I also figured out that roughly the back edge of the B-pillar is parallel to the windshield frame. So even though the A-pillar itself has got that tapered angle to it, it is pretty much square on the back edge. So, and I can measure that on both sides. All right, so with this roughly in place, I know that so from that same mark to here should be roughly 44 and 11/16. And this is 44 and 3/4. This lower one should be roughly 44 and 5/8, which it roughly is. Needs to go back just a little bit. So that means I can cut that panel and figure out where that wants to go, even though I have no factory edges here to work with. So hopefully that helps somebody else figure this out. Well, there it is.